Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win at life. I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, put your hand to the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mad light. Ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel, I took the red pill, I know life's short so I wanna live real, but how's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? They wanna sing my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't play no games, I just do that's fact. And I don't feel no shame, it's a mood you lack. I go crazy, nah, but I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on this shit daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. About to unpack all these things I've been chasing. I've got visions in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath, I'd rather lead than be led. I'll fill the seats as I spread with every word that I've said. How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel?
Hey! Greetings! Welcome! Welcome! Thank you! Thank you very much. Yeah. Wow, we are in for it tonight. Very excited to be here. What a crowd! What a crowd. I can see, wow, several hundred of you here. You folks are looking great. Or maybe it's just my eyesight or these glasses. Who knows? Who knows? That's right. Yeah, look, let's start out here. We had a great film release this weekend. It's jumping right into it. We had a sequel to the original film, Beetlejuice, and they're calling it Beetlejuice, and that easily crossed 110 million at the box office. And yeah, that's right. I guess saying it 3 times actually does make things work out just right. You ended up with a little bit more earnings than most people expected. Now, I don't want to say it's a big success just yet, but Tim Burton's already denying that he's working on the next sequel. But rumor has it, it'll be called Beetlejuice. I don't know if it's a movie. Thank you. I don't know if that's a movie or an exorcism at this point, but I have a feeling that little demon will show up once more. Now, we're going to move off into space because NASA made the news this week, just not in the best possible way. You see, they sent the newest Boeing space capsule back from the International Space Station empty. Apparently, they're a little worried the capsule isn't capable of bringing the astronauts back safely. Now, call me old-fashioned, but shouldn't be capable of bringing them back be one of the first things that you check on? I mean, it's a space capsule, not a carnival ride at Joe Biden's ice cream-themed amusement park. Thank you. Anyway, thanks. Took a while. Yeah, it's a joke grenade. I get it. But now 2 astronauts are stuck up there for a few extra months. And look at the bright side. They're going to have more vacation days than anybody else in the world. Or, well, above the world. Hey, all right, finally. Thank you. Thank you very much. And here's a headline for you. Elon Musk, our favorite billionaire, wants to hold a debate between Vice President Harris and former President Trump right before the election, which makes a lot of sense. You, of course, want to have a debate before an election, not after. Yeah, it sounds like this could be a pay-per-view fight, actually. Pay-per-view material, indeed. Forget politics. This is, well, primetime entertainment, because if Harris backs out, Trump will just host a town hall. And you know Trump, he loves a good crowd. He's probably already practicing with his big one-liners. You know, fake news. I'm the best at town halls. Tremendous town halls, everybody. Everybody says so. Okay, I'm a terrible, terrible Trump, but that's all the joke I had there. So thanks for not laughing. Anyway, we're going to move on to the world of... well, thank you. Oh, I had to beg for that one. We're gonna move on to the world of electronic fun. And here's some fun for you. Sony's Firewalk Studios just shut down their new game studio after only 2 weeks. And that's being kind. It was more like 10 days. 2 weeks is not nearly long enough. And before they actually pulled the plug, they had a grand total of 8 players left. Now, I kind of know a bit about video games because, hey, I have to run that game place after all. And I'm pretty sure that when you're playing... Thank you for that, Tox. And I'm pretty sure that if your player count is smaller than my family reunion, you've got a big problem. They say it's about... Thank you. Yeah, they say that it was a game about free gunning in space, but at this point, it's more like a black hole, except that yesterday, everybody got sucked right out of it. Thank you. Yeah, I promise that's the last one. But that's the news and that's the entertainment. And, well, thank you for that. Yeah, the last joke's always the one you want to leave on. Anyway, we've got a great show for you tonight, so make sure you stick around. We've got CC Karaoke here, Tox is here, and many more on the way. And remember, if I say Beetlejuice twice more times, I'm going to charge you double. Like I said, we've got a great show. And, yeah, Tox, get us out of here.
I love it.
CultureCasino has arrived to tell us that Disney stock is down to below $97 a share.
How did you know that? That's exactly why I showed up. I saw that this was going to be your favorite day ever, Mike. I know you're a YouTuber, but you're very involved in Disney stock.
I am absolutely a YouTuber. Thank you for recognizing that, sir. CultureCasino. You sent me nothing, right? Yesterday at 10. Oh, uh-oh. I didn't send the link. I was talking about him and I didn't even send it. Here I was talking about him at the beginning of the show for not being here, and I just see my DMs and he says, "You do know that you..." Here, I'm going to show this. I'm going to show my DMs. I got to do this before Culture gets here, otherwise he'll laugh at me. Oh, Culture, I was talking about you earlier.
Oh, no.
You're supposed to act like you care.
Okay.
So here it says, so here's yesterday, 8:36 a.m., 10 o'clock. Loki told me to send you this for tomorrow morning. Kisses and hugs. 10:07. 9:30. Do you know you sent me nothing, right? Oops. Okay, this is proof positive I am a YouTuber.
All right. Hey, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Oh, wow. Thank you. Thank you for that. Yeah, it took me a minute to get settled. Got to get myself a little drinky poo here. We got a little bit to talk about, but most importantly, we got a bunch of subjects to get to. Of course, here on the screen, you can see I want to talk about AI has to steal so it can actually make money from you and everybody else. And it seems like an interesting business model, but we're going to talk a bit about that in just a moment. I was kind of hoping we'd have Comix Division here already, but he's almost always tardy. Let's say hi to the folks. Let's see if we can get some of those supers and the early bird conversations up there. We got member chat from Walter Tomaszewski. Could CC sing buttons and bows? If I knew it, I would. I guess Frazier used to sing that. I will look it up, see if I have an ear for it, and figure it out if I can sing it for you in the future. How about that? We have a wonderful gift from our good friend Scott Westbrook for 5 Culture Casino memberships. Thank you for that, Scott Westbrook. We appreciate you very much. That really does help keep the lights on around here, and it keeps us over 1,000 members, which I'm still very proud of. I don't know anybody else that is a channel my size that has 1,000 members. So that's all because of all of you. And if you stick around and be a member for a while at the gold level anyway, just step up a little bit, about the amount of a cup of coffee every month. You can watch films with us every other Tuesday. And I think we've got one coming up, right, Tox? What do we got coming up on not this Tuesday, but next?
So it's next Tuesday, the 17th of September. We are going to be doing a joint member stream. So that's a gold member on yours, or take my money, damn it. That's right. Even I forgot it. Take my money, damn it, on Comix Division's YouTube or ComixDivision.com.
Wow.
We're going to be seeing Dodgeball, a true underdog story.
Well, I mean, it really is, truly. I mean, it's one of my favorite underdog stories I've ever seen.
I really like the film. Some great people in it. Stephen Root's one of my favorites. He was good in Office Space. Really enjoyed him in News Radio, one of my all-time favorite TV shows. And then, so it's going to be a good one. 9 p.m. Central.
Yeah.
We'll be sending out the link to those. I need to send out the 10% off coupons to everybody.
Oh, yeah. You owe everybody.
I forgot to do that. But everything's updated at ComixDivision.com for the members that are there. I did drop into his community tab something there. And Culture, I think you were going to drop something in yours. So
I am. Yeah, you guys will get that tomorrow morning. So everybody will be there.
The 17th.
Yeah, but I'm really excited, folks. I got lots of great things planned for you. I love doing what I do. But let's get back to you. Let's stop talking about me. There's great people in the chat. Liberty Hall's Cat gifted a Culture Casino membership. Thank you for that. We got a super chat from our good friend Juan DeLorean, who got that. He got the membership from Liberty Hall's Cat. And Stark of Iron, what's going on, my friend? For 5 Culture Casino cash. Says, good evening, Culture. Cheers to a good stream, my friend. Well, thank you, Stark of Iron. Hopefully we can get you on this show for a guest appearance here in the future. And out there in the chat is the lovely Lorena Creole. She is amazing. Does a great Florida show right before mine every single day. Sunday, I should say. And she's dynamic, she's wonderful, and she seems to know everything about Florida. We did get a couple of other things that rolled in the door here, but we'll jump on those in just a minute. And let's talk a little bit about this subject. What do you guys say? You want to bring everybody into the panel room, please?
You want to do what?
Bring everybody to the back.
The back?
Yeah, the
You mean
show.
the front? Oh, there we go. Sorry.
Yeah, the
Press some
showroom floor.
buttons.
Hi.
Hey, look at Sno Dub.
Yeah.
I like the back and the front, to be honest.
That's what I've heard.
Sno Dub goes through both doors.
Also
I've
something.
I've heard that.
Also,
I've heard
also,
that. Yeah,
also
Oh,
something.
look
I've
who
heard.
snuck in.
Yeah,
Look at that.
we got.
It's in the back.
That's right.
Yeah,
Our favorite,
there,
our
back
fra-
there.
our favorite roadie is here. I imagine Comix will show up at some point in time, but we've got stuff.
We should
so-
probably say hi to CC Karaoke since we forgot him last week.
Oh,
I
yeah,
thought-
he's right
Oh,
here.
hi there.
I thought
And
we
he
were,
does have a silver play button. So those of you, CC Karaoke right there
Look at that.
at the play button.
Oh, that's fancy.
It's all
Just
shiny.
Slowly grinding my way to the gold one. It may
Wow.
take a few years.
You can
but-
do it.
It's all shiny, and so is the button.
He's got blue lights. He's got a boob light above his head near the seventh heaven. The guy's got a lot going on.
he's blue. Baba dee babu.
That's right. Look at that. It's a
Booby
bit
break.
nipply in Canada. Bit
All
nipply.
right. Yeah. By the way, the other folks that are here, of course, is 70s, myself. We've got Toxic Man Flu and Jolly, who's the co-host, who's actually basically on time.
I owed you one because I have to apologize for last night, Culture. I know you went through a living hell that is my show as our special guest, Fleshy, and I just want to make sure you were okay.
Oh,
you
of
know.
course. No, I actually enjoy hanging out with all the fabricated Americans over there. So,
Mhm.
but let's get to this particular subject. I think it'll be something worth talking about. I think we had one more member chat sneak in. It's Death Angel Shadow, 17 months. Thank you. That's right. She's only 17. That long already. That's right. That's right. Thank you,
I like
Death
that
Angel
song.
Shadow.
It's a
Yeah.
good song.
Yeah, that was rather creepy. That's back when all over body hair looking like a wolf was in.
Oh. It still is. Have you seen
Still
me?
is.
Yeah, take a look at me.
That's why you're doing the full body waxing at 100K.
Not happening, but thank you for that. No.
By the way, I
yeah.
didn't have the pox.
Oh, you
Mike,
didn't?
Mike Roach has that. It was just a cold sore,
Oh,
Mm.
I don't know that that's
Did you
better.
pick at that?
a little.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
All right. Well, anyway, so right now from PJ Media, we've got this great, or I think interesting story, maybe not so great, but a $100 billion AI company says it must steal to make money. First of all, I'm shocked that OpenAI is worth $100 billion. And second, I'm shocked that they have to steal and they're going to be allowed to steal and they've been allowed to steal. This is a real problem because the Internet Archive was just told that they could not steal. So
Isn't stealing all AI can actually do?
seemingly so, yeah. But this
Mhm.
came out on the 5th, courtesy of my friend Lou Wasserman's Ghost, LWG, and making sure I saw it. So yeah, artificial intelligence giant OpenAI, creator of ChatGPT, and the Scary Good Doll E image generator, is in talks for another round of funding that would put the young company's value at an astounding $1 billion. Well, actually, 100.
Wait a second. So that's funding. So they actually haven't started making any money yet.
Oh no! But they're basically worth $100 billion. That's a lot of money.
So they have stolen 100 billion of other people's money.
Yeah, they don't have to make money; they just steal it, according to this.
Well, and they're also stealing everybody else's stuff. So Wall Street Journal reported last week that Thrive Capital is leading this round and will invest about $1 billion, and that Microsoft, which already owns a 49% stake, as the evil overlords want to be, is also expected to put in even more money of its own. The new valuation would represent a 16% increase. Good gracious, that's a lot.
Same thing happens when I take Viagra. Mhm.
Fair enough.
Thank you.
Yeah. Crunchbase's Joanna Glazner says...
Crunchbase?
Yeah, Crunchbase.
Hmm.
Anyway, says that makes OpenAI the most valuable American venture-backed private company after SpaceX in a report that uses crazy high in the headline, because what other word works? And what makes OpenAI worth that crazy $100 billion? Theft. No, really. Seriously. I'm not kidding. This is the truth, folks. OpenAI is begging the British Parliament to allow it to use copyrighted works because it's supposedly impossible for the company to train its artificial intelligence models and continue growing its multi-billion-dollar business without them. As the Telegraph reports, the AI firm said in a filing submitted to the House of Lords subcommittee that using only content from the public domain would be insufficient to train the kind of large language models it's building, suggesting that the company must therefore be allowed to use copyrighted material. I disagree. I think if it were limited to, let's say, only public domain things, we would be much, much safer from AI because they wouldn't be able to, futz around with it as much as they can with these modern garbage. What say
I
you?
think they should be trained using a rolled up newspaper.
I could throw a
Yeah,
I
good.
could throw a music reference at you because music is part of AI, and there are AIs that are being trained to demix music tracks right into individual stems after they've been mixed into the final track, is pulling apart the bass and the guitar and the drums and all that. And a lot of these models, they are trained with copyrighted material. They're trained by using the instrumentals and the stems from existing bands. Bands you probably know, like Led Zeppelin, if you're a classic rock fan, and so on. So the companies that are trying to train AI in the music space that have to use only public domain music, it's a lot more effort and they got a whole lot less to work with because you'd have to actually, record new music specifically for the task of training it. But it's not even just as simple as that, right? Because you're training it on what people use. So you'd have to create this new public domain music the same way that the popular music is created. So it's still mixed the same way. So it trains on, the AI learns that specific thing. If you want to use a Marvel thing, if you want to get the AI to create Spider-Man, well, first of all, it won't because it'll say it's copyrighted and it can't give you an image of Spider-Man. But it would still need to know what Spider-Man is, right?
Right.
It would still need to know what...
But a description of Spider-Man is... I can use marketing material and all kinds of stuff like that to describe who Spider-Man is, right? But using the actual image.
But that marketing material may be copyrighted.
I can use the images to describe what Spider-Man looks like, right?
Sure.
And that's the basic part of it.
So how would an AI know what is or is not copyrighted? Is a question.
Because somebody's put it into a database that it looks up and says this is this keyword and how.
Well,
lexical
so
keyword
database...
searching is something that's been happening for a long time. So that you can go and take multiple ways of spelling Spider-Man, throw it through a database, and say, okay, that's Spider-Man, and that is copyrighted material.
In my experience with AI, it's dumb as snot. And
Yes.
I say that because it can't tell the difference between Spider-Man and snot out of your nose. It just it has ones and zeros. You can give it an image and say, that's what Spider-Man is. And it doesn't actually know what Spider-Man is. It can only reference the images that it's been told are on or off.
It knows what you've said it is.
Well, and what's important is, Nita is correct here. Nita Seabold Salt says, AI law is going to develop fast and be interesting to watch. Well, the better argument, I think, than any of us have is exactly that. We don't have the law developed yet. I think that is the best argument. That is the better argument. The question is, what's going to happen with that, Jolly, as you were talking to no one right there?
Oh, yeah, I forgot the mute button. Sorry, I just... When are the sex bots coming out? Because until then, I really don't have any skin in the game.
Well,
literally.
quite literally, indeed. Another thought here from Amelia Clark's scroll arm says, argument is childish. Getty Images holds their library stock under very strict lock and key. And believe me, I know whenever you use a Getty image, they get you for it. So, we should still protect our copyrighted material. And all of these authors that are filing suit against ChatGPT will have recourse. But what are you going to do? How are you going to unwind it? How do you unwind the watch? It's already wound. You have to break the watch, correct?
Well, first of all, you have to prove that they used copyrighted material to create what they created. And that's going to be extremely difficult. So Sonos, or however you say it, Sonos, it's something that I've used to throw some things in, and you can give it styles of music. So defining a style of music is public domain. Okay. Exactly how somebody puts the notes together is not, unless it's been put in the public domain because of copyright. Music is mathematics. That's it. So you can program an application to use mathematics to create something that is enjoyable to listen to.
Sure.
Axis of Awesome did something called the 4-chord song, in which they played all of these number one hits and top hits and things that we remember that use the same 4 chords, and they used the same basic stuff, just changed it around a little bit into how they were doing it. And yeah, that's what this application does. Just goes out, grabs the mathematics, puts it out there based on whatever style that you say you want it to be in, and you tell it beats per minute and all that kind of stuff. It is just like a music box that we have today.
Oh yeah, indeed, and that's about as intricate as it gets. But as Tom says, Midnight's Edge After Dark, Suno and the others are under scrutiny right now. Yes, very close scrutiny. Just like OpenAI is. Go ahead.
Yeah, if Sono had taken music that was outside of public domain and used that as the seed, yes, they're in trouble. If they did not, music theory is a class.
Yes, it is. I take it.
So if you take music theory and put all that stuff together, you learn how to write music in all of these different styles. In 4/4 time, half time, 5/6. I'm 5/8. I've done all kinds of stuff in music with that. So you can take those prompts. It's all about taking those prompts and saying, okay, this is what they meant, and go put it in this algorithm. That's the learning part, quote unquote, because there is no such thing as AI or artificial intelligence. You can't have consciousness with silicon-based life, whatever. But when it's quote unquote learning, it's putting it into a decision tree for you specifically, so that when Jolly says, I want juggy music.
Right.
Jiggly, yes.
Jiggly. He puts that in there. It will come back with stuff, and based on his likes and dislikes, it will push and change the algorithm until it gets an algorithm that Jolly likes.
Right. Yeah. And that's about as deep as it probably gets. But for a while, it's just going to be the Wild West, which is the whole problem, which I think they need to stop sooner rather than later. But we did get a super chat in here for 5 Culture Casino Cash saying this plot has been going on for a long time. Disney mapped its master plan in the movie Tron, the MCP. AI, kidding, maybe. No, I don't think I don't think you are. That's kind of what the idea behind AI is right now, is some kind of master control program. But we have a new guest joining us. It's Comix Division. How you doing, Comix?
Am I truly new?
Well, I mean, to this
you
moment.
Smell fresh.
Yeah, to this moment.
Well, it's because I take a bath, or shower, I should say.
Yeah,
I could see you taking a bath too.
I just thought that was
just a colloquial term. Not really taking baths. I take showers.
Do you use the spin cycle? That's what I use.
Okay. No, because I'm not a damn puppet.
There you go.
Oh,
there you go. Pale Riders here. Hello, and thank you, Cyrano, for your super chat. I just thought it'd be an interesting place to start. Usually, we start with something a little less cerebral. So we started off with something more.
I'm just thinking that if you're using AI as a research tool as opposed to creating a new piece of music or art or image, which is it's a very fast way of doing some research on something. Let's say, give me the top 20 selling tracks of the 1970s. In order for it to be used as that, it would have to probably have access to some copyrighted material. I mean, not necessarily for that example, but for other ones. So would there be an ability to make a distinction between why you're using the AI or what the purpose of the AI is, as opposed to the material that it's accessing to learn?
Well, I think it depends on what you're doing, right? I mean, there's a lot of times where I use it for inspiration or seed an idea, and I'll take something and build on top of that. Obviously, AI, image generation is a little bit different. I use that a lot for my tabletop game, for like player handouts. My players know what a species looks like, etc. Yeah, I mean, I find it to be a pretty handy tool, and that's it. It is just a tool. And I understand the copyright implications, that are coming from it. Okay, how are you training this model? Are you training it on a specific artist, artwork? Obviously, people have done that, and I'm not sure what the legalities of that are. I'm sure it will come to a head at some point in the next couple of years or so when it comes to training AI models and whatnot. But you have to get something in there first, right? You have to seed it with something.
Sex bots.
Yeah, there's that. Well, apparently, they're planning on it. Was it? Shoot, I'm trying to remember the name of the company. Apparently, they're going to plug their sex bots into Chat GPT to give them like a personality or something like that. Yeah,
I'll take that.
Real Doll. That's who I think it was doing.
Why
It was
do they
Real
need
Doll.
a personality?
How about we like stick with regular humans?
I agree with you on that, but
Regular
it's
puppets
just,
like Jolly.
Well, I need the does the dishes combo with mine, so maybe it's an upgraded model.
Well, actually, wouldn't the doll be the dishes also?
That depends on my mood,
What
I guess.
Jolly needs is one that you have to feed nickels into.
Okay.
In order to get the answers.
Right in the slot.
I think things are going to get really interesting and bizarre the further we go down this AI road when it comes to the idea of, putting an AI into, an automaton body, right? It's, I mean, we know that they've been getting really good at making robot bodies that are, balance well, can walk, like a person, can pick up things and have a sense of touch to an extent.
That's the future, right? Robotic wives.
Does
so
the
we don't
dishes.
have to actually bother with all the effort of getting married and dealing with all of that.
Well, I mean, it goes back to that movie Cherry 2000,
and
which I find pretty funny because in a lot of ways I kind of feel like we've been getting there with the advent of where things have been going with feminism. I mean, and this is a movie that came out in the 80s where men just got sick of women's shit and basically just started getting sex robots.
Well, all I know is that we are much farther down this road than we should be, because Nita Siebold Salt actually presents the correct information, which is 10 years ago, Elon was bugging the government to put law in place for all of this, and they did not. And here we are, well down the road where we don't want to be. And Palamies is here. Hello.
Did you send Tom the link?
It has been done.
Because I stole his old link.
Yeah, it has been done.
I would think it would be funny if they did have the music generating AIs just restricted to public domain for learning, because then everyone's songs that they're doing right now would come out like Scott Joplin or Al Jolson or some classical piece.
Hey, everybody! I would like to draw your attention to the one and only Drunk 3PO.
No,
got a
he
check
is
mark.
totally an AI bot. That is exactly something an AI bot would say.
Whoa, wait. He's got a check mark
Congrats.
next to his name.
Congrats on that. Yeah.
What does that mean?
He's a big guy now.
It means he's a chat bot, is what that check mark
No,
means.
it doesn't. He crossed 100,000. Can you?
Oh my goodness!
He's made multiple copies of himself. And
I heard his chatbot is being funded by Russian propaganda websites.
Wow.
Chatbotsky.
Chatbotsky.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I don't think that's true. Why are you guys making stuff up tonight? This is wild.
Everything Comix says is true.
There's only one thing I know about Drunk 3PO, and that's that he needs to stay away from my sister. That's it.
She. Why? He's a perfectly nice guy.
He's the most handsome man on YouTube.
So why is he the only guy that has to stay away from your sister?
That's a good question.
Well, actually, I think I'm protecting him from her.
Okay.
So, I mean, she is related to me. Yeah.
That checks out, actually.
Yeah, it was a couple years ago. She came up to me and says, "Do you know that Drunk 3PO guy?" And we're like, "Yeah, he's cute."
Yeah.
No, not my sister. She probably knows as much about Star Wars as Star Wars Theory.
But does she know as much as Star Wars Explained?
She does not follow. She blocked those guys.
I don't watch that channel.
Oh, it's just.
Also, Jay, I hope you're doing well, sir.
Yep. Much love to Drunk 3PO.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Are there any YouTube channels yet being run by an AI? With fully AI presenters?
No, I mean, there are definitely channels out there that do use AI.
Oh, they do for voice and other things, but are completely AI run channel. Everything about it is AI. That would be fun.
Yeah, there are. A lot of shorts are using AI voices and things and stuff like that. You can put together, have them read
is
scripts.
A person still publishing that?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You could probably find a way of automating all that crap. You really can.
Yeah, but I see what you're saying. Yeah.
There you go.
Program the AI to just do everything. It could go live when it wanted. It could pick any topic it wanted.
Speaking of an AI, we have one with us.
Ladies and gentlemen, the first AI president.
That was the first retarded president.
Come on, man. Is that Cool Pop?
Yes, I'm Cool Pop.
Cool Pop. I'm Cool Pop.
I like Cool Pop Doritos.
There you go.
Those are good.
Welcome, Tom. Thanks for being here. We've got
I shouldn't be after the way you treat me, but yeah.
What?
You heard me. I got a guest.
Jolly's
link.
still muted.
Jolly's just yammering away there.
Sorry, I'm saying it's about that Beetlejuice movie again. You guys have been bickering about.
Beetlejuice is
Jolly's stealing your link. I don't know why.
Yeah, it wasn't us. It's not on me.
I thought it was mine, and then I took it, and then I realized it wasn't mine.
I'm just a guest now.
And now,
not anything more.
I'm not now. I guess I'm not allowed to give it back. Is that what happened?
Well,
no, I've got to go in and change stuff. But it would kick
That's
you out.
Stupid.
It'll
StreamYard doesn't do that.
It'll get fixed.
EV
It'll get
sucks.
fixed. Okay.
There's a whole lot that StreamYards doesn't do.
Yeah. Speaking of
Doesn't
which,
give me this many headaches, that's for sure.
That's true.
all right. Well, we have another super duper chat from Ree Larson for 10 Culture Casino cash saying, Culture, Killer Beard Man. Thank you. And you guys are correct. I fear Cherry 2000 is foretelling. So do I. Dude, Skynet's like right around the corner.
I think Ree just accused you of being a murderer.
Could be.
Cherry 2000 model would be retro now. You'd want one that's like Cherry 2030 now.
All right.
You're like the Killer Beard Man of Connecticut or something like that.
I think Culture's beard has reached the level that he should be in episodes of Little House on the Prairie.
That would be awesome. Somebody give
as
me a time
Laura
machine.
Ingalls.
No.
There is like nobody.
I don't remember
under the
Laura
age-
being that hairy.
There's nobody under the age of 50 that remembers that show. Toxic.
I think
I'm sorry.
Jolly should make a
Sadly, I think
version.
he's right.
Jolly should make a version of that Little Hose on the Prairie.
There we go.
Wow.
I actually did once. It's a home video. You guys got a VHS player by chance?
No.
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Oh, all right, cool. We'll go to 70's house.
The problem is anybody who has a VHS player remembers what Little House on the Prairie is.
Right.
Yeah,
It's
pretty much.
That's true. I could even hum the theme music.
Well, I feel,
I was just listening. I was just doing the whistling of the end credits.
Yeah.
all right. Okay.
Yeah, the end credits were horrible.
I feel like we've stepped well beyond where we were.
Yeah, don't ever do that again, please.
Yeah, let's
What? What are we doing here? Why am I here?
I'm trying. Good question. I sent you. I had Talk send you the invite, but no, we do have another member chat here. I want to grab real quickly.
Weird.
Thank you. From Bad Badger News, or Bad News Badger anyway, saying 7 months of membership. Just smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave. Okay.
Or maybe
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the Waltons theme music. I always get them mixed up.
There's one I forgot to do. Dan Crane, celebrating 8 months.
Denny Green.
Oh. Wow. Wow.
Except that he
8
doesn't have any
months.
talent.
Who?
What? You?
Hey, have you not seen Culture sing? He's a
Oh.
performer.
He is a performer.
When does he perform?
Sexual favors for
hey,
men.
Well,
I
He
get
dresses
up.
up in strange
I
get
clothing
down.
for a start.
CJ.
Sending Monkey's right. Sorry. Next
See,
topic will be that.
and he sprays his beard with white
He
frosting.
ain't asking for
Santa.
much. Mm.
Then he's always asking the girls
Tox.
to sit in his lap.
Tox.
Say, Lord, take culture downtown. He's just looking for some tush.
Okay, all right. On that note, Tox, play the commercial, please.
We got a commercial?
Neighbors bothering you with their loud music?
You know what's in there?
Your boss or coworker harassing you?
Wait, what? Who said that?
Maybe you have a roommate who cries in their sleep. Bully Mays here with a solution that proves every problem has a mortality rate. Introducing Shank Crate, your all-in-one monthly subscription box that can take care of those in-your-face issues. Each box contains new and unique materials for you to build your very own custom shank.
Oh my gosh.
And for your protection, the contents of each box are totally secret until you receive it. And not only does it create solutions, it also serves as a creative outlet, like an adult form of Lego.
Oh yeah. Right? That is a literal knife's edge.
Maybe you, like some of our other customers, have questions.
Can I bring it to school?
Who's ever heard of a pencil not being allowed at school?
Can you store it in a pocket?
Absolutely.
What if you don't, have any pockets?
Your discretion. Whether you're conscientious about the earth or just not opposed to being a good steward of the environment, each Shank Crate and its contents are made of 100% recycled materials to make sure we're environmentally friendly. And if you order now, we'll be extra sensitive to the environment and keep all the original fingerprints on the items for your convenience. All for the low cost of $19.99 a month. Call 626-831-9333 to get your Shank Crate today. If you call now and secure your monthly subscription for only $19.99, you'll get your very own alibi insurance for those slightly stickier situations. But wait again, there's even more. To be inclusive, culturally respectful, and as patriotic as possible, each monthly box is themed after a unique prison in the US of A. So call 626-831-9333 now to get your very own unique, patriotic, and environmentally friendly Shank Crate with your own personal alibi insurance.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Thank you so much. Admiral Teague is out there. He says, "Hail, post Paramount sale. Any news on Star Trek? Not yet. Not yet, Admiral Teague. Let me say, there's a lot going on in Florida right now.
Florida? I love Florida.
In Florida, there's a competition moving in. Disney used to have Central Florida mostly to themselves with a small few attractions that popped up around it. And it just kind of took a dominant position. And then Universal decided one day we're going to put something in here. And for a while, it was kind of the also-ran. It was big enough to draw its own huge crowds, but it wasn't really the bigger competitor. Now it's becoming a bigger and bigger competitor, and it will definitely start stealing huge amounts of market share. But they're not alone. There are a lot of new competitors moving into the marketplace, including something called Great Wolf Lodge. And we're here to talk about that today with our lovely panel. So let's bring them all back in, Tox, and I will go ahead and
I mean, after 3 years of being yelled at by several wives, that's the only way you can get off is by jerking off in a closet in the dark, crying while other people are.
Yeah, you're on stage.
What?
You're on stage.
Oh, hey, welcome back, everybody.
Yeah, thanks.
I'm
for
back.
That.
Hot mic.
What happened?
Well, we were talking about you and your experience.
Hey, wait, let's not.
We were all talking while Culture was trying to talk, and he probably had to listen to us talking while he tried to talk.
It worked out just fine. But
No, you probably muted it.
We do have, like I
Probably
said, we do actually have a story I want to get to here that I was mentioning as, you know, you guys were backstage talking in my ear hole.
There we go.
But
You did a great job of
At least it
ignoring
was
us.
just talking.
yeah, look,
If only there was a button that you
There's-
could press to not listen. Oh, there is.
yeah, I did that. So look,
Hey, we got a great wolf in the Dells.
yeah, exactly. And that's the whole point is Disney is now bringing in competitors, people that were never there before. And this one's going in Naples, apparently, because this is from Naples Daily News, talking about this brand new competitor. These indoor water parks are something spectacular. And
I was gonna say, aren't these kind of nipping at Disney's heels a little bit?
Yeah, they
Nipples.
are. They
You
really,
said Disney
really are.
brings them in. Do you mean Disney owns Great Wolf?
No, just because of their presence, they're bringing in competitors, and this is one of them. So Florida residents love having a beach in their backyard 24/7, and some might want a taste of the mountain lifestyle every once in a while, and they're getting their wish. Construction for the state's first Great Wolf Lodge resort in Naples has made immense progress over the last year, with a completion date set for the end of the summer season, which is like now. Although technically in Florida, summer ends about November 26th or so, right after Thanksgiving. But anyway, so sitting near the Interstate 75 and Collier Boulevard interchange, the $250 million endeavor will see 20 acres with 500 family-friendly suites and an expensive 100,000 square foot indoor water park with 6 swimming pools and an array of water slides for all ages. And Tom, have you ever been to a Great Wolf Lodge?
I think I was in the one in the Dells, like just walking through it and stuff. Yeah, they're pretty massive. I mean, they're not my thing personally, but I can understand why they're popular, especially in areas like where I'm at, where, you know, we have a major, the Dells being a major like tourist town, but before the indoor water parks, once fall hit, the town would just die, right? Which was great for me when I lived there because, you know, from fall till spring, the town was actually livable. And then once the summer hit, then it turned into craziness. Yeah, no, these things are popular. You stay right there. You don't have to go anywhere. There's, you know, it's all pretty much right. It's kind of like reminded me of going to Vegas and kind of how like the casinos are kind of this self-contained thing. It's very similar here to this.
That way. Well, I mean, the Wisconsin Dells are great, but there's a lot of stuff up there, a lot of that rustic Midwestern stuff like chocolatiers and honey and all that kind of stuff. And you can get cabins on the lake because it's all near Lake Michigan. And there's even sand dunes and things and heading around. This is the Wisconsin side, but you got Chicago and Gary, Indiana, which have screwed everything up. Then you head up towards Michigan, and it's beautiful on that side of the lake as well. A lot of communities up there. Mackinac Island and that. So the Dells is very similar to Branson, Missouri, which is huge.
I would imagine so, yeah.
Yeah, huge with shows and things and stuff like that. So if they are starting off going down there, they are the king of water parks up there. But the Dells are great. It just, you need to have an indoor water park because, you know, 8 months out of the year, you can't go into the water. It's too cold.
Yeah, and there is a difference. This is something Nano Reaper brings up. You're going to bring in all ages here versus Disney, who's bringing in Gen Y and early Gen Z without kids dressed like they're doing a shoot for some kind of a friends only page while wearing a mouse hat.
Friends only.
I'm just saying. Thank you for that. But no, I think that's kind of true. Whereas this is like a nice family place. This is what a family vacation is kind of supposed to be. This is just one of the entry areas in the lobby, man. This thing's rad. Kind of reminds you of a Disney park, you know. And they look at these.
Except not as gay.
Well, first of all, there's 25 years of Great Wolf Lodge and 20 locations in that short period of time. You have this is the location it's going to be at in Florida. So there's you know, it's not like you're, you know, not close to civilization. And then you've got what they look like inside. Look at that.
That's what they all look like. And there's actually like there's like a half a dozen of these parks now in the Dells. And what they've also done is they've taken some of the pre-existing parks and just literally built like domes over them.
Yeah, and this is
to compete.
This isn't even any of the. This is just part of the park. They're like still building in here. That's like just part of the park.
Oh yeah, that's just part of it. Like,
yeah, they're nuts, man.
Yeah, it's neat because you drive by some of those buildings. There's one gurney and stuff around in here, but you drive by the building, and the slides go outside the building, and back in. Nice. It's pretty funny. from their casino.
There's some really cool stuff if you ever get a chance to do these. Reservations are about to begin there. So if you want to check that out, there's a number here. Somewhere between $300 and $700 to spend the night at the lodge. But definitely pay attention to the details because sometimes you can get a deal. AAA has a deal, save you up to $100 or so, depending upon the day. Groupons, of course, and all that. Here's more. Check that out.
That looks like
this for young
casinos
people.
intestines.
Well, and I think a lot of this stuff is all included in your stay. That's the other catch.
Yeah.
That's a big deal that I think we haven't really touched on yet, too. So, like, all that stuff is baked into the price as opposed to Disney, where I feel like there's a lot more.
Yeah, where they
extras.
nickel and dime the crap out of you for everything.
Yeah.
Well, you can buy like a soda that lasts the whole time you're staying there and things like that, right? There's different levels in these things that you can buy into, and you got kids and kids club and that kind of stuff. So there's a lot there.
I guess I no, you're right, Toxin. I guess a day pass is only $60 a person, so that's a whole
They
day of
literally
water
give you
sliding.
just like these little passes and like for your like lanyards or whatever and stuff, and you can just go around and do shit. Like again, I haven't been to too many of them, but and again, they're not my cup of tea. I personally just, if it was up to me, because I've grown up around this shit my whole life, being so close to the Dells, I'd just as soon go to someplace like Universal or Disney because I've never been to a park like that.
Right.
But seeing how these companies are spreading out, and I've heard of that Great Wolf was going to be doing some big, huge expansion, and they've been
Well, I know they're up in Dallas, the Dallas area.
I've been in that one in Grapevine. I just walked around like Tom.
I say, wasn't that the original one, or where was the original?
I think
one?
it is.
It might be.
I think they were originally in the Chicago area, but I think, but it was one of the early ones. Here's all the location, guys. Look at these.
Yeah, the Grapevine one. I've walked around.
Look at that.
I can't because you need to embiggen it.
Oh,
yeah,
Make it
CultureCasino.
bigger.
It's so small, I can't
You're so
read it.
blind.
I'll solve the problem.
You need to embiggen
There's
it.
one in Canada. Screw
You can
that.
read it for those who can't read.
Niagara Falls. Yeah.
What?
Well, all I know is that I think these are great. I think it's wonderful that Disney's getting more competition.
Absolutely.
There are a ton of water parks in Florida already, Central Florida in particular. But I think there's only one complex that has them inside, and I think that's the giant hotel that's right by Disney. I don't think there's a full indoor park like that.
I mean, if I built one in like Florida or someplace that's generally warm all year round, I would build one with a retractable.
Oh yeah, like a stadium.
See, that makes more sense because the thing about, like I said, with Wisconsin, we get literally 3 months out of the year, maybe 4 if you're lucky, that are decent weather enough to be swimming. Like even already here we are in September. Most of the day it's in the 70s, but now it's already dipping down into the like 50s or 40s.
Yeah, it was 53 when I got up.
Very nice.
63 now, but it's not too bad yet.
Yeah.
But last night it got down in the low 40s, so like
and
See, that's the thing. He's right there.
Yeah.
That's what people do around here.
Mm-hmm.
Is they've got one in Wisconsin. You can go up, leave Chicago during the middle of winter, head up there for a weekend because it's only a couple hours away. Go there, have a nice dinner, have some fun in the pool, and then maybe buy some local honey or corn or whatever the heck.
or go see, somebody at the Crystal Grand or something like that. Yeah.
Right. I think you get your progressivism degree or something up there too. And then you can get that, and then you can come down, and back and do it in a weekend. Right.
And we could probably get that same degree in a weekend as well. But Nano Reaper points out something I didn't think about. Pointing out that the Great Wolf has never had a restaurant that has killed a person because they failed to adhere to their food allergy.
Yeah, I can't speak to their safety precautions as far as like if anybody's ever died in one or anything, but like not that I know of.
I just find it fascinating. But we did get a super chat on this I want to grab very quickly. Actually, a second one just popped in.
I got to imagine somebody has had to drive drowned at least at one point.
I don't know. I mean, a lot of these have really good safety records.
They
The
do,
pools aren't terribly
but
deep.
I'm just saying. I mean, the odds are at some
Pretty
point
high.
somebody has. Somebody's
It
stupid enough.
happens. I mean, it is an unfortunate reality that sometimes accidents do happen at water parks. I mean, I used to work at one, and I think the year I was there, we actually did have a drowning.
Ooh, that's bad.
Well, that's
news.
good.
I mean,
Well,
it happens.
I mean,
Or not good.
People die every year at Whistler. It's
Right.
like dozens of people die on the mountain.
but
they just don't. It doesn't make the news. They don't talk about it. But
because they're coming to a short arboreal stop.
Sometimes, yeah.
In a tree.
It's free.
Well, it's not the fall that kills you; it's that sudden stop at the bottom.
Yeah, or the
No, I
tree.
mean, it's always that sudden stop at the bottom.
Well,
That's
and I always say never underestimate the ignorance of stupid people.
Well,
right.
Okay.
Somebody's always going to do something stupid.
Inebriated Plutarch.
Oh, that was not nice.
No,
Got us $5.
because you guys ran over my other segue, but no, for $5. Thank you. You managed to get Telly Savalas on the panel. You're moving up in the world of culture. Yeah, I did.
Is that me?
No,
Who loves you, baby?
Who loves you, baby?
No.
He's got 3 of them on the panel, really.
There's a lot of Telly here.
We got
triple
various
Telly.
Telly Savalases.
Telly
Who
Savalas.
loves you, baby?
Pick your
Savalai.
flavor.
Savalai. Yeah, there we go.
Pick your flavor. He looks like he's gonna go like do something.
more
Tom
bad
looked
at-
like he stars in the show with the commish.
I felt like
I'm more Walter White or Chickless. Yeah, I'm more like don't fuck with me, kind of like
Dickless. Oh, sorry, Chickless.
Oh, sorry.
Anyway.
I'm having a bad day. That's the
More
kind
like
of guy.
he's more like
All
a
right.
mid bad guy on a John Wick movie.
There
Right?
you go. Yeah.
I
Speaking
might
of
turncoat
talented
at some
people,
point. You're right.
Right.
Yeah.
Because
For
I like to
five.
cut a Keanu's jib.
For $5, Culture Casino cash. Check your email. Sent 2 emails of pictures of my designs. One is Star Trek. The other is an F-14 style fighter. Sweet. I will have to do that.
I'm turning you into CBS.
It'll be fine.
Oh, okay.
Demogeni for 2 Culture Casino cash.
What's up,
He
dude?
says the magic word.
Hey, Demogeni.
Pimp raid. That's right. Sup, fellas and chat. That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, we have been joined by a pimp. You should be
Horses
following
out.
Demogeni.
A
Cottage
pimp
cheese
named
rules.
Demogeni rather than
Thank you.
Slickback.
I love
Thank you
that
very
Amelia Clark says Tom is Elmer Fudd with a lot of DVDs. I can't really argue with that.
Neither can I.
Thought he was talking about me.
Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting DVDs.
These wascally woke people won't leave my movies alone.
Our friend packing protons for 2 Culture Cash says, in New Jersey, we had Action Park, Death Central. Okay, then.
The question is, where's he packing his
yeah.
protons?
Have you seen that documentary about Action
No.
Park? That is amazing.
No.
Isn't there? Did that movie ever come out yet? There was supposed to be a movie based on that. Too.
Really?
Yeah. Have you ever heard of that whole story?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Yeah. This park was basically ran by a bunch of college students. So it's like-
Wow.
and it had one of the worst safety records in history, but it almost
Wow.
became like one of those like rites of passage.
Like I Survived Action Park?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Check it out. I think it's on Max. It's called Action Park is the name of the documentary, but it takes you through the whole thing. And it was a fucking it's just like, how did this go on for this many years?
I don't know. That sounds
That's how
nuts.
they made that Squid Game movie or show. It's probably from that inspiration.
Maybe, but Sean Green was already there. Traction Park was great and deadly. Hannibal Grimm.
That's what they would call
Hannibal
it, was
Grimm,
Traction
yeah.
Park. Exactly.
That Action
Yeah.
Park doc is wild. I got to go check this out now. That's awesome. The Knoxville film was based on Action Park. I did not know this.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. Was that Johnny Knoxville movie? Did it ever come out? I never got a chance to see it.
I don't know.
What was it called?
Legal Action Park. No, I don't know what that
Classic.
can. Let me look at the
Class
one.
Action Park.
Class Action Park.
You guys are on
That's good.
fire. Apparently, Tom is Negasonic Teenage Warhead from the first Deadpool film.
Can we trade names?
What the what? Oh, so good. There are parts of that film that are genius. Speaking of genius, the people out there supporting the channel, we really appreciate you. Thanks
The
for
first
bringing-
one's a masterpiece. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think we all.
That's
we
why I
all
stole
love
the line from Negasonic Teenage. Is it too late to change names
it. Yeah.
or trade names or whatever? Yeah.
So good. So good. Oh man. Yeah. I didn't know there was this Action Park thing. I gotta go. I now have to.
Okay, the documentary I believe is called Action Park, but
Okay.
the movie, I guess, this came out in 2018 and I had not seen it. It's called Action Point, and it has Johnny Knoxville. I remember hearing about it, but I didn't even know it came out. So the
All
movie
right.
must not have been that great.
Mm.
Would be my understanding
Yeah.
then, if I
Look
didn't
at
hear
all
about
these-
it.
Look at all these amazing people in the chat. Penny, thank you for being the incredible greeter. that
Only
you
one
are.
person has ever died. Wow, Nano
Yeah.
Reaper.
Yeah.
Great Wolf's got a great
top
track
of
record.
stuff. Yeah. And I want to say thanks to everybody who's supported the program so far. It goes a long way to keeping me retired.
So was Class Action Park the name of the documentary?
No. Action Park, I think, was just the name of the documentary.
Well, there's one called Class Action Park. It came out in 2020.
Maybe that's it. Hang on.
Why did you want to keep being retarded?
Action Point is the movie that came out in 2018.
Oh, I guess it is called Class Action Park. That's the name of the documentary. You're right.
There you go.
Sorry
All right,
about
cool,
that.
Culture said.
Yeah. And so let's wow. Okay, so we learned an awful lot, and we also learned
It's on Netflix. I was wrong. It's not on Max. Or wait. No, it is on Max. It is on Max.
It could be on both. It could be on both.
It might be on both, but I think it's on Max. It says here Max. So
okay.
Max still sounds like a porno network.
Any
I know. Why did he change that? I do not know. Can we keep talking over culture so he gets really mad, please?
Skinamax.
Skinamax? Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, old school.
Any last thoughts on Disney?
They showed Showgirls back.
Oh, they suck. Disney sucks. That's my last thoughts on them.
Disney.
They can go.
What did
shove
Disney
a rubber
do this
hose
time?
up the
I
bunghole.
missed it all.
People still watch Disney?
Did I stump on comics?
Just
It's easy to
retards.
Oh, okay. That's what culture is.
Disney is retard.
Okay.
You just said it.
Okay.
Yes, culture's not.
And there goes the
mentally
monetization.
I say retard on time.
Take a taste. It's so sweet and creamy. It feels like a dairy dream come true. Hand packed for your pleasure. It's Bull's Milk ice cream. Take a taste, it's so sweet and creamy. It feels like a dairy dream come true. Hand packed for your pleasure, it's Bull's Milk ice cream. Bull's Milk ice cream, it's a dairy dream. Exploders in your mouth, it will make you shout. Bull's Milk ice cream, answering the question, do you spit or swallow?
Welcome back, everybody. We have got something new for you. Yeah, thank you. We got something new for you, and I just had to turn the backstage off again. So thanks, guys, for your maturity. I appreciate it. Anyway, we've got a wonderful new game. Tonight's game is called "What's This Mess?" What's this mess? That's right. This is definitely weird. It's mind warping. It's nonsensical, and it definitely is a demonstration of people having too much money. Let's bring the panel in and see if they can actually behave themselves.
Trust us.
That would be.
This is what I hate, being lectured.
Is this a game?
Like
Yeah,
it's
we
my
got a game.
father.
Okay, we got a game.
Ooh,
So we're doing a
Hollywood
game show.
Squares. Hollywood Squares.
Do we have a buzzer?
I'd
Oh,
rather
look,
play
it's a
Hollywood
dick in the middle.
Queers.
I'm going to ask you. Hello. I'm going to ask you, what is this?
A really
Now,
It's your
erotic
finger.
picture.
It's your finger.
There's only
Really
one.
gay.
Gay.
I got one right.
Nice one.
I think he's just testing his sound effects.
Turn your mic up, culture.
Right.
I can't. How much louder can it go? I don't know.
Sounds okay to me.
Swallow it.
Wow.
Sorry.
That was what I told my prom date.
So you're going to ask us a question. There it is.
No, this is a visual. This one has
I bet it's
visual
visual.
cues. This one has
Visual cues. So I'm supposed to bring in the visual cues.
Yes.
Bottoms up.
Okay. Yeah.
we go.
Is there a way you can make that really big?
That's what she said.
Holy.
I'm not sharing
Holy
it.
crap.
You
Okay.
are.
Now.
frame of
Look,
this.
this is in honor of the Sydney Sweeney thing. Except these people are actually doing this. Okay, everybody. This is play along time. Okay, what is this? All right, here we go.
This is the first step of naked yoga.
What is this?
Wow.
What is she doing there?
She's being fucked by a ghost.
She's giving birth to an acolyte.
I call that practice.
What?
So that's an American Indian shaman.
Okay.
And she's casting out a demon from this sex worker.
So she's getting an abortion?
You can see her nipples through the dress.
This is going to be a wonderful, wonderful show.
I tried to. You can't. But I'm going to keep going. Somebody
Keep going.
Okay. What is she doing?
Well, that's the 2-finger maneuver.
What is this?
It's called the Spocker.
The 3-finger one's the best
I
one.
think she's impregnating the woman.
She is bringing out the orgasm.
Yeah, that's.
Well, we all know that's bullshit because the female orgasm's a myth.
She's removing the liver.
It's
it's definitely fake.
Oh wait. How do you know what this is?
What is this?
It's the ancient tickle maneuver.
Rama's spirit fingers.
Yeah, that's basically what I was going to go with. That's a more plier way.
Wow.
Finger technique.
Right.
Okay. I need help.
Soup kitchen.
It's a band. This is a musical instrument she's playing.
Wow.
That's Joan
Is there
Baez.
supposed to be sound?
I would strum it. You know, I'd give it a rip.
She's playing music. She's creating music.
Okay. All right. Here's a different version. Okay. Different version.
A different version?
Well, now we're dressing like a Jedi. Okay. Now this is Jedi thing.
I didn't realize Solo was involved.
Okay. Is this driving a woman to orgasm via the Force?
This is what they're doing to get the
Wouldn't that be
acolyte
rape?
reinstated.
Wait. I don't know. I just want to know how much.
She's being
I got the
wayloaded.
double whammy in here. I had both of the no answers for mine already.
Is there supposed to be sound though?
There is sound, but it's music, so I can't play it.
Oh, right.
It's an acolyte audition.
Okay.
Yeah, they're
I
trying
think
to
she's
revive
shaking
the
her
acolyte.
boobies.
Okay, what I don't understand is what this does or doesn't do. Now, this fella, if you want to go and find this for yourself,
This cost you about $300 an hour, I bet.
is Joey. Okay, this is Joey B Tunes. You can find him on Insta, Facebook, Gram.
Is that
thing.
woman taking her panties off at a gas station?
Yeah,
looks like it.
But okay,
She
so
knows
I
Bikini Charles.
am big into this for you guys. Come
And
on.
we
Why
can't
are
swear.
they like this? Why are they like this? Is it's mental instability?
Yeah. Okay. Now, what is this?
That's a look.
She's just gonna have a
That
huge
guy's like,
fart.
I can't believe I get paid for this.
Okay, look at this guy. Look at
That's
this
like
guy.
he is such a sly devil. Look at him. He knows exactly what he's
Isn't
doing.
he in the Rings of Power? Isn't he the Eminem one in the Rings
It's a
of
male
Power?
feminist
Whatever
right
it is,
there.
I'm pretty sure it's foreplay.
Okay.
He's one of those guys that lied on the application.
What?
He was
Oh, now he's like making real contact there.
Yeah, baby. He's like, I'm gonna get in that. Look at what he's doing there. He knows what he's doing.
This
It puts a whole new meaning on service with a smile.
Is she 3 fingers deep?
Okay.
What is this shit?
I don't.
Now she's giving.
Would you tell us already?
I think it's
don't know.
part
God
3.
damn it!
I don't know what it is. And Tom, seriously.
This one hurts.
Well, then why are you asking us? We don't know. I thought this was a game.
I was trying to get to a dude.
Oh,
I don't want to
please
see a
don't.
dude. I
Oh, we
really
know
don't.
you were.
No.
Yeah, we've known that about you for a while.
Oh no! I bet there's a little hole on the other end too.
Oh, good Lord.
Easy now.
Stop it.
Just
What is
digestive
going on
problems. They're trying
here?
to cure their
Okay,
digestive
this
issues.
is some kind of a spiritual thing, a massage called Reiki.
Wow.
But then,
Oh,
really, this is also, except it's not really, it's called something else. But this is like,
AKA bullshit.
yeah, it's just weird. I mean, I understand.
Oh,
you know,
look at! Come on, look what
People
he's
pay
doing
money for
here.
this?
You chance
Yeah,
it.
you
What a
pay money to
chance
get
it.
groped by some queerdo.
okay,
Wow.
and then, so now the sound that you would be hearing
That
if we
is the
had
power.
sound is an orangutan sound.
Be real, yeah.
Yeah.
So real.
Oh, I know what this
Power
is.
of
This is a
man.
Kamala Harris rally.
Maybe.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yep, nailed it.
Look.
Be real.
This is seriously. This is supposed to be some kind of
It's
a
self-actualization.
spiritual thing.
Self-actualization.
Pretty sure this is a practice for the next Disney series.
That's right. Do you see any Kool-Aid?
Oh shit! This is like
I do.
Jonestown.
Apparently, he's calling White Knight right now.
Now, if you were this kid, you'd probably be, sitting outside too.
That's the only kid that'll be left alive at the end of this day.
I got
That's
it.
the one white kid that had no trauma.
I got it, guys. I got it.
Okay, wait. This one.
This
These people are growling at you.
No, I got it. I figured it out. This is season 3 of Rings of Power. We're getting an exclusive look here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Rings of Power.
I didn't realize that demons had such good teeth.
What the heck? That one guy in the back looks like he's stuck in Nyan.
Rings of Power, where Amazon subjects you to torture for an hour, destroying the lore of Lord of the Rings. Listen to the tale as the sad bard sings. They could have bought Middle-earth with the money they paid for the rights. So much money wasted on a bunch of crittles and tights. Tolkien is rolling in his grave with all this nonsense. Galadriel so unlikable. Elrond looks like a broad, dirty, tiny midgets instead of hobbits. I mean, who even asked for this? I almost feel sorry for Sauron and want him to win, just so this shit will end. The greatest adventure is what
Aren't you
lies
dancing?
ahead. So why are we going back? They want us to just cut the show some slack. I tell them to all suck my dick. The show is shit, and I'm never coming back to it.
Tom.
Oh no! Oh no!
Uh-oh.
Thank you.
Demonetized.
Anyway,
It's the musical guest.
Yeah, thank you. I would like to say that there's that Argentum you chose to have Tom here.
That's true.
Yeah, but honestly, so I'm not sure what exactly that is. It's some form of Reiki, which is like a power massage.
I just said that. Rings of Power.
What the question is, Brahma's calling it something different. Dragon is calling it something different. But Ruben says it's Reiki.
This is how Anakin Skywalker was born.
I just saw it, and I wanted to make sure everybody else saw it.
I mean, Reiki just sounds like a scam word, right? It's like, man, I just got Reiki'd.
If you put a P in there, it would probably be more appropriate.
Ruben actually does this. He says it's real. I do this. Okay.
I can't believe I got raked.
He does, so Ruben
If
gets
he stands
to get the
by it,
boobs.
it's cool.
He's
All right.
holding the boobs. Ruben's the one doing the boob rubbing.
Yes,
Did I get that?
Ruben
Is there
does do
like
that.
a place where I can get an application for this?
Yeah. Did the show? I'm going to remind you. This will be fun, guys. This show is still PG-13. Thanks.
Wait, where? It
Boobs
is?
is a boobs
Okay,
is a
are you
PG-13
serious about
word.
that?
It wasn't
I'm
me
sorry,
this time. Was it?
I'm just saying.
Nice shirt, Brian.
Oh wait, he does have a nice shirt.
He does. Look at that.
Look at that.
Nice shirt, nice hat.
Price of entry.
Well, you never had to buy any of that to be on the show.
Wow.
You're just
Oh,
good.
can you take it back?
If you want.
Send it back.
So
No, I love it.
I'll take it out of what
This
Culture's
is one
paying
of the
me.
best T-shirts I've ever had.
Cool.
That
They are
put you
pretty
in-
comfortable.
That puts you in the negative there, Tux.
Yeah, I know.
It makes me 6 inches taller when I wear this.
Culture pays me in disappointed looks.
Well, you're getting paid handsomely tonight. Bad News Badger for 20.
I like turtles.
Danish krona.
Krona.
That's right. It is reverse exorcism. I don't think that's right. I think.
Oh, they're trying to
Ruben-
put it in. Oh, I get it.
It's more fun.
Well, that
trying to
one
put it
guy
in.
is for sure.
I think Ruben Christopher Haynes is correct, though. I think it is Reiki. It's just not a form that I've ever seen or am familiar with.
Yeah, I
there-
thought Reiki was actually a type of really tense massage, but okay.
Yeah, that's not quite the Reiki I'm aware of, but yeah.
You guys are thinking of 69 for the Divine. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Happy ending massage parlor.
Right. PG-13.
Yeah, it's something else I'm going to have to
You want happy
explain to
ending?
Mrs.
Happy
Frodo.
ending?
I'm not sure if CJ's saying I like it to the massage thing or to Tom's thing. So
He's not saying he likes it to this show.
yeah, I couldn't imagine.
Right.
Yeah. So, hey, I learned. I tried something different. Let's see. What else? We
That's
got
what
another
he said.
super out there. Let's see. We have a few folks that dropped some super chats, like SFX F314 Sabretooth Raptor for 5 Culture Casino cash, saying, where is Hobo Gandalf Casino and the mighty Andre Thor to hold the bridge and say, "Thou shalt not pass"? Well, there you go.
You sounded very old and gay, like Ian McClellan.
Well, that's what it takes. And yes, Ruben, I am familiar with Reiki. That's not any
It's
kind
like
I've
culture.
ever seen before.
He's been around for thousands of years too.
Yeah, he has. He smells like he's been around for thousands of years. Which is a great joke for a PG-13 show. You smell. All right.
Fair
We
enough.
have graduated to grade school.
It's that old man cologne.
Oh, this is a great old
He
joke.
smells like Old Spice and bitter disappointment.
This
And
is
cigarettes.
name this movie. Nice Beaver. Thanks. I just had it stuffed.
That would be Naked Gun.
Naked Gun.
So
That's an
good.
easy one.
That one is so good. I want to say thank you to those who have contributed. You are all wonderful.
It's still funny every time I think about the juice in the gurney going down the stairs and off the balcony.
Oh, he's
With
in the
messenger
wheelchair.
basically.
Yeah, that's fucking
Yeah, I know.
hilarious.
In the at the Angel Stadium, whatever they called it back then.
It's probably Angel Stadium.
I don't know. I just know now we have dead air.
Did Culture freeze or is he? No, okay, he's moving.
Yeah, I'm fine. So anyway, that was the end of What Is This? It was not as
We still
fun
don't
or
know.
funny as I thought.
Well, the funny thing is, if
I
you actually
laughed.
knew what it was, you have to come up with a punchline for the joke. Culture.
Right. Right. We're still waiting.
See, here's where the funny part comes in: is like we're all wrong no matter what we say, because then you come up with just some goofy answer. See, that's how this segment should work.
Instead of telling the truth.
Do I need to help you write this fucking show too? Jesus.
Like Democratic Twister. I don't know.
You know, he relies so much on Tox to do everything for him. Oh, I needed that. Thank you.
That
Ooh,
sounds
it's a squeaker.
sounds
Ooh.
tampered with.
That was a tip.
Good Lord.
See that bit at the end there? That little bit at the end? Yeah.
Anybody got a wipey?
Yeah.
Are you tired of the same old buffet food at Wang's? Have you had enough dong to last you a lifetime? Well, take just a few more steps past those single-minded restaurants and dive into Sherry's Slam and Clam. Sherry's Slam and Clam Shellfish Bar is truly all you can eat, unlike the 2 shrimp limit that stingy bastard Wang has. In a hurry, let Sherry stuff your box. To go! Be shellfish and take all you want from Sherry's Slam and Clam. Located next to the 3rd Street Bolorama, Sherry's is open 6 days a week. If you are looking to slam clam, get to Sherry's today.
All right. Welcome back, everybody. That was interesting. Not sure if we'll be able to do that game again, but it was a learning experience. I hope for everybody. Mostly,
I thought it
me.
was great.
Horror thing. What we got?
I thought it was remote controlled, sexual aids.
No. I look. It's a real technique, but not one I'm familiar with when it comes to Reiki. But that's beside the point. We got new stuff to talk about, like Sweet Baby Inc., because they're still lying to gamers themselves and the government. I've been doing a lot of research lately, and I've got a video coming out here in the next week. It's going to talk about some of the stuff that taxpayers are paying for to destroy gaming. But for now, we'll just focus on Sweet Baby because, well, they're destroying studios.
Is it American taxpayers or Canadian taxpayers?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
If it's Canadian taxpayers, I don't care.
Well, I care. I like my Canadian brethren. But
Okay,
let's go ahead and get into this, because this is a article put together by our friend Spencer Bakuli over at Bounding Into Comics.
Who are you calling friend?
Who you calling pal, friend?
Call him friend, pal.
I don't know. I know this. We got Sweet Baby Ink right here. Let me make this bigger. Oh, Tom disappeared.
You didn't want to talk about this.
Oh, I'm a smart guy. But Sweet Baby Inc. CEO defends company's work, says critics are part of the greater movement towards a lot of very far right thinking.
Oh, critics. Yeah, of course. As we all know, these people hate criticism.
They can't survive it.
No, they can't survive it. So therefore, they have to label it as being far right in any capacity.
True story. And look, Sweet Baby Inc. is not exactly a fount of great material. We've all seen what their efforts have yielded.
Oh, it's great material for us.
True story. But let's get into it. This once again from our friend Spencer over at Bounding Into Comics, says, according to Sweet Baby Inc., CEO Kim Belair, most, if not all, criticism leveled towards her company's DEI-based consultancy work is based not on any concern for the quality of video games, but rather the fear of being left behind in an ever more diverse industry. No.
Yeah, okay. Let's go with that.
Yeah.
Except for the fact that it is directly impacting the quality of games, as we've been seeing all these game companies closing down because their games are failing. I'm sure that's just coincidental, but whatever.
Well, I mean, but that's the plan. Make the industry diverse and kill it. Because if all you're going to do...
Kill it and hijack its corpse and wear its skin.
Yeah, and the problem is gamers don't do that. They'll go looking for a new game studio. In fact, they'll often go form their own.
Well, yeah, they will either play older games, which, these people can't fuck up. Sorry, Culture. Or they will go and play independent games. Yeah. Ones that have not been infested with this nonsense.
Yep, and Belair, who under whose leadership Sweet Baby Inc. has provided services to such titles as Marvel's Spider-Man 2, The Squad, Kill the Justice League, offered her take on the current discourse gripping the wider video game community during a recent speaking appearance at the 2024 Black Girl Gamers Online Summit. Taking the virtual stage alongside The Verge staff writer Ash Parrish and BGG CEO
Ash Parrish, one of her cohorts.
People attended this event.
Jan Lopez. Well, this seems to be rather virtual, but who knows? And they were focusing on breaking down Gamergate panel. Well, you're not going to do it if you think it's a thing. Gamergate wasn't ever a thing. It was a made-up thing that one of your compatriots made up.
Gamergate was indeed a thing. It's just not the thing that they're saying it is. It was never a harassment campaign.
No.
It was about holding games journalists accountable for basically being in bed, literally in some instances, in the case of Zoe Quinn, with the game industry. The whole idea is that they're supposed to report on the industry and call out the BS when they're, like things like companies like EA or trying to microtransaction the crap out of everything and screw over the consumer, but they basically just were complicit.
I gotta say, Jesus Davila's got it in the chat.
Really?
I mean, how much backlog do we all have? Because I got about 7,000 hours. I put it all in a Google Doc. And it's like, with all those video games I still have to play, and all the new ones that are coming out, and anybody who actually does anything else with their life than just play video games. It's like, when are you going to find time to play video games, right? You have to prioritize it. And if anybody does anything that puts your video game like below the top priority, it just ends up on the backlog somewhere. And maybe 20 years from now, we'll get to it. Probably not by then, because there'll be 20 years worth of other great games to play.
Well, Atari and console games were the rage when I was younger, right? And there's a documentary out about this era of video game development. Yard's Revenge being the first game that never had an ending. It just went faster and faster. And I'm like, well, no, it's not Space Invaders, but it was the first console game. Okay. Well, Atari got money. They were and built all these new Ataris, and everybody's going to get it. And they didn't do their market research and realized that the market was saturated. And they produced too many of them, and what happened? They buried the majority of their ET games in the backyard, So I think you're seeing the same exact thing happen here with what CC and Jesus has said. I did used to play pinball a lot. So, oh, yes. While listening to the Tommy LP. So, but it's the same thing again. You've gone to the well one too many times. You think you're going to be able to produce stuff every year that's going to make all this money and all this stuff and everything. But there's only so many people in your marketplace to play these video games. It's not unlimited. There's a small marketplace for this. Number one, you need to be in a developed enough country to have this, an internet that's fast enough to play some of these newer games. And with all of the new equipment coming out, who can afford a $5,000 to $10,000 machine to play some of these things at top level every year? So they're stupid. Their market research was not done. It has nothing to do with race or hate or any of that. It has everything to do with the saturated market.
That's how they deflect things, right? Is by making it about hate and racism and misogyny and misandry and blah, 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 all the isms and istophobes and garbage, right? It's to deflect from the real problem, which is the fact that you have a bunch of uncreative hacks that have basically taken over the industry. I mean, a really good example is like, take a look at the Ubisoft team from like back in the, 2010s versus now. And it was a pretty good mixture of people. It was, largely male, but were women involved. But now if you take a look at the creative team for the latest Assassin's Creed game, it literally is all women.
Yeah. And you go too far one way or another, you're not making any money.
Right. Well, and the other thing too is like, and there's nothing wrong with having, women involved or anything like that. It's that if you have a primary, going back to Star Wars, good example of this, primarily male-based audience, and there is no men giving influence and feedback on what they are going and creating entertainment-wise, it's not going to appeal to men. Right. Well, because a lot of the stuff of what they're doing is they're trying to create things that will appeal to women, and it ends up appealing to nobody.
Well, and that's basically the argument for Concord. That's what it is.
Yeah.
So,
and that's the game that boasted that there's no white men in it.
Well, and there weren't
and the
any
one white man's a lizard person. Do the math there.
Yeah. Look, nobody was playing it, but this quote is the important part of the story. This is her, Kim Belair, saying this. I think it's part of a greater movement towards a lot of like very far right thinking and a lot of very aggressive material that it's just kind of being pushed across a lot of different industries.
Okay, is far right thinking code for, not being retarded?
Well, she's just calling you this, not me. At least a lot of audiences and industries are currently kind of talking about that. And obviously the political landscape has led to a lot of this. And that's what she said. She went on to say, but I think for a lot of people, it really comes down to, and this is almost the part where she'll say something that means something we'll understand. They see a change that they themselves did not expect. They see a change that they can't fathom, that their beloved companies and their beloved teams would ever make themselves. So they kind of assume that anyone who comes in and looks like myself or other members of my team are the interlopers.
I actually don't give a shit what she looks like. I care about their talent. That's the problem. And
they're the ones that care about what they look like. They're the ones that care.
Exactly.
Well, and they're the ones who are pushing their identity into all these games.
Exactly. Why do so many characters look like Kim Belair? Gee, I wonder why.
Yeah. I mean, you literally can go through and see these characters that she forced in, this being one of them, into Alan Wake 2.
Right. That character was originally a blonde-haired white woman.
It's irritating, isn't it? Or is it just me?
No, it is irritating. The whole thing, what they're trying to do is blame the audience for them coming in and fucking things up, right? They come in, we want to change the gaming industry. It's too white, too straight, too male. Meanwhile, your audience is like, no, I don't want this crap.
Holy cow!
But you're being resistant. But you're being sexist. You're being homophobic. You're being all the istophobes. And it's like, I just want to play a freaking video game. It's like people complaining about Black Myth Wukong not being diverse enough. It's like, it's literally a game that takes place in China with a bunch of animal people, and it's not diverse enough.
Well, and it's from a very long time ago, the time of myth. So, and one of the other things is these people want to have empathy and be culturally sensitive.
They have no empathy.
Yeah, and China, well, they say that, but China doesn't have cultural diversity almost up until recent days. And I
don't
would
even
still
have
argue.
genetic diversity. I mean, the very idea of, oh, there's not enough diversity in ancient China. I mean, come on. I mean, that is so dumb. It's like you clearly have no freaking clue about history or mythology or anything like that. And that's the problem. Going and trying to take this modern viewpoint, this modern lens to something that is hundreds of years old does not work. It makes it no longer authentic anymore, is what it is. And that's the thing that people crave, is authenticity. And that's something that all this garbage is not. It is not authentic. The very idea, I mean, for the time being, white people are the majority in this country, right? And to pretend that it's otherwise is absolutely ridiculous. And the crazy thing about it is, if you actually look at the black population from the Civil War to now, percentage-wise, it has actually shrunk. And do the math on that one.
Well, they've really shrunk the game audience on particular titles like this one right here. This is Mrs.
What
Freeze.
the hell is that?
That's Mrs.
That's Mrs.
Freeze.
Freeze.
Oh,
from Kill the Justice League. But look, there's a broader conversation to be had here around this, and I guarantee you we will be doing that over on that Game Place when things move forward more over there. We've got a breaking news story over there that either dropped tonight or will drop tomorrow morning about Grand Theft Auto 6, and it's going to knock your socks off.
Not looking good.
It isn't. But let's get some good things. Let's look at this super chat from T Neil 89 before we jump back into the conversation. This was left over from before, I guess, or maybe just after. Do they even believe that themselves? I like to think they know it's a lie, but the sky's the limit with head trauma. Maybe they're hearing colors too. I don't know. I think he was referring to Reiki, but thank you for the $5 and for your 10th, one of your many 10th super chats to my channel, because you are permanently stuck at 10. Cyrano 2960 gifts 5 Culture Casino memberships. Thank you for keeping the lights on, my friend. Truly appreciated. My good pal, WDW Pro, from WDW Pro and That Park Place and pretty much everywhere else. Hi, boss. Gifts 5 Culture Casino memberships. Thank you. That's 10. My goodness. Look at all of that. And let's see. T-Neil with another one. My goodness. This is another one of your 10th super chats. Thank you again for your 10th super chat. The C in her CEO title stands for commissar. So very true. And finally,
not wrong.
Southern Bell 7777 for 5 Culture Casino cash says Culture cried tears over his Sims Coffee Bistro's destruction. He was making a profit in the Midtown area of Simville. It's true. It was very true. Yeah, it's very odd indeed. And Michael Krinsky, member for 4 months, says thank you for my gifted membership, which you've been able to maintain for 4 months. Well done. We have very generous people here in the chat. You are all lovely. What's up, Jolly?
Well, that's how I got my membership.
No, well, thank you for being a member. I appreciate it.
No, somebody gifted it to me.
So I want to wrap this subject up.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, I want to wrap this subject up because I think it's important, and I think Comix, you kind of have the perspective here. I know CC Karaoke hasn't said much in a while, but when it comes to video games, there are demographics for game types.
Absolutely.
Trying to do what they did with film and television to its very destruction, turning around to go do that to games. How well is that working out so far?
It's not.
Okay. What do you think will be the next pure collapse of a game?
A pure collapse of a game? You mean as far as like game coming up next? My guess would be Assassin's Creed, whatever the hell. Like Shadow. Thank you. Yeah. I think that's going to be a major failure. I mean, we've already seen it with the last Ubisoft game with Star Wars Outlaw. I mean, apparently that one didn't go over very well. Concord's shutting down. I mean, they're probably going to retool that to be a free-to-play game, just to try and make their money back in some capacity.
Do you think that's worth their while, though? I mean, surely a tax write-off is the only way to go here. I seriously doubt it. If it was a large company like Disney, yes, I would say they could get away with it being a tax write-off. When it is a small gaming company and they sunk what culture 10 years into this game. But is it the publisher that Sony that would pay?
Well, no, but
they own them outright.
Will ultimately shutter that business. So what they have to make it profitable in some form or fashion to recoup that money back. Not even just like make a profit, get the money back, right? 8 years of development time, and in 2 weeks the game was pulled. That is a massive flop.
Another problem. They're pumping 8 years into this like incredibly high budget product, just like with the movies. Got $200-300 million budget films when you could just, take a small crew and a simple camera setup, good gear and some actual talent for a few $1,000,000 and cut a profit. You can do that with video games too. I mean, there's a massive market still for 8 and 16 and 32-bit games. There's a massive market for all these games that used, like, the thing I love about the Super Nintendo era is that games were affordable to make. And yeah, you had a lot of bad games, but you also had just a whole lot of games from, teams of 4 or 6 or 8 people. I know you get the indie games now too. And, we're still waiting for the sequel to Hollow Knight. And I feel like maybe once that game finally comes out, it's going to be incredible. But it's like you don't have to just have a team of 500 people with the maximum technology. Just give me Mega Man 12 in 8-bit. But I'll buy it.
Just look at a game like Elden Ring. Okay, again, that was another game. I don't know how long FromSoft took to work on that, but it is a phenomenal game, a very, very popular game. Made its money back. Black Myth Wukong, another game. I think they've been working on for 8 years as well. I mean, I understand if you want to
less than 8 years, I think.
Less than 8 years.
Yeah, I think it was like 2019, maybe 2019.
2019. Okay, well, I mean, but still, I mean, that's at that point 7 years, right? No, 6 years.
5 years.
5. I can't do math. Don't mind me. I'm tired.
I could be wrong. That's just what I heard.
The idea behind it is that just like with anything with a movie or video game, if you're going to sink a lot of money into it, you need to make sure that that video game or that product or whatever appeals to the largest number of people to go and show up to make your money back. If not, if you want to make something niche, that's fine, right? But you're not going to be able to sink hundreds of millions of dollars into something if you want it to be a niche game. And that's what Concord is. Well, if you want to be woke, you can't spend hundreds of millions of dollars and expect a return, because the majority of the people out there that play video games are not woke. They will avoid your game like the freaking plague.
I'm glad you bring up Elden Ring, because there's something else that Elden Ring did that you also see with Baldur's Gate 3. Whatever you may think of that game, it was a success, right? And it was a team of people from a company who honed their craft and got better at what they were creating game over game. It didn't start with Elden Ring. They started with Demon's Souls, or even you can go before that. But you had a consistent team of people who made more refined, better products until they reached Elden Ring.
Yeah.
And you had the same thing with Baldur's Gate 3. There were several games from Larian before that that got progressively better and more popular with a fan base that they built by having success game over game over game.
Right.
Just like Ghost of Tsushima, that game won Game of the Year, and nobody knew about it, and it came out, and it just blew people's minds, and people lined up to get it.
Well, and the other thing too is I know that was mentioned that Sony owns Firewalk Studios, but how many game companies that were owned by like Xbox have been closed as a result of massive failures?
Well, that's okay. So that's the conversation, right? Because I've been saying since the beginning of the year we were going to lose like 9 game studios this year. We've lost more than 9 game studios. More. My number was too low. There's a decent chance they close Firewalk's doors. They're trying to repurpose this game.
I think that's more realistic at this point.
But they're trying to repurpose the game as you suggest. Firewalk Studios my thoughts are it's dead. They bought that company to make that game. Yes, it took 8 years. Yes, they've thrown giant amounts of money, into a pit and burned it. But truth be told, I think CJ and many other people are correct. It's better off as a tax write-off because they're about to get hit again with another one right on the heels of something they just released this week in the Astrobot game, which everybody's going to enjoy, at least in the demographic that it's targeted.
Can I ask you guys a quick question that kind of relates to this?
Yeah.
How are you all feeling about the new Grand Theft Auto with the strong female lead, so to speak?
Well,
we've seen it enough times.
Here's the thing: we have a video coming out about it either tonight or tomorrow. I'm not sure if it's up yet. You're going to want to go check out that game place. But
it depends on how it's done. I would say. I mean, just because you have a female lead doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be woke or garbage or whatnot. I mean, there's been plenty of really good games out there that have had them, and there's like one that they were doing a remake of, and they're totally making the female lead look like a dude. I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah, but this game, this GTA 6 game, rumored, the strongly believed rumor by me because of some stuff, but was something that was going to have a lot of woke stuff in it.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, it's a game coming out current year. I mean,
you can't GTA with woke.
You can't, and so I think there's been a lot of tripping over shoelaces for a while, and you're going to want to watch that video if it's out now or later. But the peak of anything and everything that was created, and Nano Reaper just got there before I got a chance to say it out loud. GTA 5 was the pinnacle.
Yeah, and Red Dead 2 was good, but it did have some elements of wokeness in it. That did kind of like stand out for the time period. It was like, okay, this is kind of dumb, but whatever. But it was still a great game, right? I mean, what makes a game good is even with its imperfections that you can overlook them and enjoy it. And Red Dead 2 was fun. I loved both Red Dead and Red Dead 2. Great games. Never been into GTA. Bully was a great game. I mean, the whole thing that kind of pisses me off about Rockstar Games is that they used to be like the fucking edgy boys of the industry. I mean, Bully was just like such a controversial game of that time period, just like GTA, just like all the other games that they've done. And I mean, the fact that they're doing this garbage rather than rejecting it is just so off brand for Rockstar. It's unfortunate.
It's like Howard Rage Stern Against the Machine, the band.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Howard Stern, being, the shock jock that is now too scared to leave his house because COVID's still.
Oh, who fucking who? Cry me a freaking river.
When did Telly Savalas show up?
Another one. This is Telly 4 for
I thought this was Chip Roy.
Oh, let's. Hi, Chip Roy. By the way, Brahma Bull, it was good to see you, but you missed your commercial earlier.
Did I?
Yeah.
Well, the family was here because it's my birthday.
Oh, happy birthday, Oprah.
We were celebrating. The grandbaby just left, so I figured they're still going. I'll jump on.
Yeah, that's amazing. Happy birthday!
Thank you. I'm having a birthday.
There's all kinds of party in the chat.
He's finally 21, and all of this is now legal.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yay.
So are you gonna sing Culture?
No, I was trying to get
Happy birthday to. Oh, sorry.
I was hoping to have caught Bat Tom earlier, but Tom had already left when I came into the.
He had really bad gas. I think he needed to use the bathroom.
Something about Taco Bell. Yeah. Let's grab a couple super chats and then I'll sing to Brahma. Jesus Davila is in the house, and I still can't believe that's the way Comix says you say your name. But if it's the way you say your name, I get it. Okay. Anyway, question to the panel: how long do you think Star Wars Outlaws spent in development? 4 years. I know that. Considering how buggy and such a poor state it came out in, it was 4 years.
Yeah, I won't be playing that game. I like those ones that they came out with. What were they? Battlefront. It had the kid in it, with a litlittle robot on his shoulder.
Oh, Jedi
Yeah, but
Survivor.
then they went High Republic with that
Survivor.
second one. And
Yeah,
Jedi
yeah.
canon anyways.
Those are okay, right?
I liked the first game, but I just.
Well,
what's the guy's name that they model it off of? The
Cal
actor.
Kester. He's the dude from. Oh God.
He's the dude from Shameless.
Shameless. Thank you.
But I mean, you know, all these girls that they keep using for models for games, and then they come out hideous, have got to be pissed off because his comes out spot on. And then you've got all these games with these girls that look all morphed and ugly as hell.
Yeah, that started with that. It's with Mass Effect Andromeda.
It did, yeah. Hamberly, I believe is her name. The girl that was the model for Outlaws character Kay Vess. She's woke AF, so she didn't really say anything. She didn't care.
She probably got paid.
Probably doesn't. But
yeah. SFX F314 Sabretooth Raptor for 5 Culture Casino cash says, this makes me want more games like Island of Dr. Brain. Critical thinking skills and learning skills. Yes, create that. We need more and more of that. But I think I gave this a little bit of a short shrift. It sat on a shelf for 2 months in quote unquote gold state, which meant they didn't really do anything with it. They clearly didn't do any QA, and they used their customers for QA. There was a game-breaking bug that they didn't patch until you'd been playing quite a bit through the game. This game was a hot, sticky mess, and not in the way that you would like. But I just want to say go ahead.
They had the issues with the people who bought the package high enough to do the pre-launch play through, right? Where it basically erased all of your gameplay, or was that a different game?
$130 to lose your save data.
And then they said, well, we'll give you some junk that's in the pay for it shop, the paid to play shop.
Well, at least they're being consistent. They're giving you crap games and crap shows. You know, at least you know what you get. Right?
Well, and they give you a crap. Yeah, they give you a crap consolation prize when your game breaks on you.
I mean, when you look at the gameplay in it, and I'm not going to play it, but it's supposed to be a stealth game. But apparently, when I've watched a lot of videos on it, you can't do the stealth properly because as soon as you move, everyone in the entire area is alerted to you. Yeah. So that the stealth has been implemented really badly.
Yeah, that sounds really lazy.
Yeah, and then so everyone's firing at you within millisecond of you moving. Yeah. And then there's the thing where she just hits people in the back of her head, the helmets on the back of the head.
Yeah, she doesn't. She's got adamantium in her.
Yeah.
No,
I could not play that. I cannot play that.
I will say, before I started my YouTube channel, I dabbled in developing a video game of my own, and one of the most time-consuming and sometimes infuriating things was like drawing the map as to contact when a character hits a pixel. Right, this pixel makes you interact with this object. This pixel doesn't. Mm-hmm. And when you say that, like how just moving has all the NPCs aggro, it's the laziest possible thing when I think about that, because it's like, well, instead of actually constructing the map and having certain actions and movements and places,
area. Well, that was except for the bugs where she could just dance around in front of them and they didn't even know she was there. So that was the opposite.
Yeah, I look. First of all, CC, you have incredible patience if you were doing that. But I think modern game development is just a mess because they've let people into the industry that don't deserve the positions they have.
Yeah, they don't fucking belong there.
Yeah, I mean, Loki.
It'll never get released because I started the YouTube channel and now it's just been shelved for years. But I experienced the monotony of doing everything one line at a time, right?
There you go.
But that's it. That you still have to put in the effort. And if you take shortcuts, then you're just gonna have everything be on or everything be off. So when you move, you get dumb AI. And I'm telling you, the chat was talking about Cyberpunk 2077 a little bit ago. Yep. And that was one of the issues with that game at launch, was the AI was really, really stupid. And you could just break the entire game.
They did fix a lot of things, but yeah, right. I mean, it did have issues for sure. And I mean,
modern developers have forgotten how to do testing. No, it's all about post-test.
That's actually not the case in this instance. It's a lot of it has to do with crunch time. It has to do with studio interference, things like
Make
that.
the
I mean,
date.
yeah, there's a lot of things. I mean, I'm not gonna say that testing doesn't.
Well, it ate into the
factor
testing
in.
time.
Well, a lot of it is that they know there's issues. I think it's Matt Muscles. He has a great YouTube channel talking about the issues that kind of plague the game industry, and that's like one of the big thing that they talk about all the time is crunch, because there's a certain amount of time you have to get it ready to ship by this date, and that's basically it, bugs and all. It's the reason why there's a day one patch, and that is like one of the biggest issues with modern gaming has been the internet and the consoles being connected to the internet to get the day one patch. Because back in the 90s, when you got a video game, it was everything that was on that disc was the game, and it had to be perfect.
Doom was the first one that did a patch, download capable.
And that's what going to gold is, or was. It was when you started printing the discs,
when you
because
press
the game
the
was
discs.
complete.
Yeah.
That's what you were shipping to the stores.
Yep.
And going gold doesn't mean anything anymore.
No,
because
it's
you're still working on it for that
meaningless.
2 or 3 months that you're printing the discs, because
Yeah.
you're just putting through a patch.
Yep. It's a day one patch that takes your customer many hours to download, not satisfying them with the pleasure of playing the game, which I think is garbage. But
Well, I mean, when you're able to do immediate online downloads, it makes you think that you can cut corners by not doing the research development and things up front. They think they can get away with this agile development methodology and stuff. In a way, it helps, but not really. Software is buggy across the gamut. Way buggier now with all these modern conveniences and tools than it was when I was doing. And that's because you had to have requirements of what you needed to do and all those things done before, and then test-driven development. They don't do that anymore.
Okay, so here's an example. What I'm going to bring up when it comes to issues with the gaming industry, and I'm going to talk about Mass Effect Andromeda. I don't remember how long they were working on it, but it was a good number of years, and they didn't develop the story until literally 8 months before the release of the game, and that's part of the reason why that game was such garbage.
Oh yeah, but see that's my point. When you're not doing anything and figuring out the story until 8 months before you need to put in 24 to 48 months worth of work you're not going to create anything but crap.
Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So
But a lot of that,
Star Wars movies too.
Well, a lot of that would too had to deal with the fact that the game was horribly mismanaged. I mean, as far as like the mechanics of the game was great, but the story was garbage, and a lot of that too was driven by the studio. The fact that they wanted them focusing on, the mechanics of the game, and then they got to like, oh shit, we have 8 months to go and no plot for a fucking game, and you felt it, you absolutely felt it playing that game. One of the biggest issues, like with Cyberpunk 2077, is the fact that they hit crunch time. There was a bunch of things that they massively fucked up. And what they should have done was delayed the game. And part of it is that's another example of a game that took literally 10 years to develop. Because I remember the initial announcement and they said coming when it's ready. You know what? I'm fine with that. Coming when it's ready should mean that the game is literally ready to play and is bug free as possible. Right? That's what it means to me. If it took them an additional 2 years, which obviously when it comes to
we'd
money,
be playing it now.
Yeah.
But the other problem is, do they have the funds to last that long?
That's my point. Do they have the funds? And that's ultimately the issue. And this goes back to what we're talking about, the whole thing with the inflated budgets at this point. That is just like the movie industry. We're seeing it right now with the gaming industry, and Concord's a perfect good example of that.
Yeah, it's not just woke, is it? It's a crisis of competency across every area, whether it be character design, writing, all that stuff. They're just not, the quality of the people doing it is not there anymore. So that just, you can destroy many of these games. I mean, you can maybe get one of these wrong, but if you're getting all of them wrong, you're done.
Colleges that keep cranking out these,
fake degrees,
fake degree having losers.
Yeah. And it happens all the time. But CJ, who actually worked in the industry, I've been trying to get to this for a bit.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. They don't fix the tests. They test. They just don't fix them. So
that's part of the issue, right? That gets brought up by Matt Muscles all the time, is the fact that they know there's issues, they just can't get to the issue, and it's part of that. It has to do with crunch.
Fair enough. Anyway, like I said, he went on to say that at Montreal they worked on Watch Dogs 1 and 2 and a few Assassin's Creed games, Call of Juarez. So CJ, you would know. You would indeed know. Let's get to some of these final super chats, guys, as we get ready to head into the next commercial break. I will figure out which ones I haven't said. Nope. There it is. SFX F314 Sabertooth Raptor for another 5 Culture Casino cash, saying all these video game programmers and developers need to learn systems analysis and design with my former professor. Hint, they seem to cut corners.
It's a crisis of competency.
Yeah. I think you were right on there, Brian. Indeed.
In every area that's required.
Yeah. And on that note, we've managed to make it to the end. First things first, though, I have to sing happy birthday to the birthday boy. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Brahma Bull. Happy birthday to you.
Cheers to you, buddy.
That's right.
Thank you.
May you have all the bull's milk ice cream you can eat.
Happy birthday, prematurely
I got to start
aged
churning
man.
it out.
Yeah, you made it to Grandpa before most of my friends, and I'm in my 50s. Ooh.
I think I'm the first one from my high school class by far. Most of
amateur
them have like 6 and 10-year-olds at this point.
Oh boy!
Wow. So they all waited.
No, they were smart
suckers.
Were they?
No, you want your kids out of the house early.
I've got all of my 40s and
out.
50s to do whatever.
Let's get it over with. Get them out.
Yeah.
Well,
all I lost was my 20s and 30s.
Okay, well, hopefully you're able to get the other one out of the house without a kid before that happens. On that note,
I got the first one out without a kid.
It wasn't his fault.
She's 20 years old.
Oh, that's right. All right. Well, look, let's remind everybody who sponsors us, which is me.
Brahma's like a Mennonite, so those kids needed to be out by 13.
Okay, I'm going to sponsor myself.
Okay.
Too nice and calm. It's a turtle.
It's a nice turtle. You're not supposed to touch him, though.
No.
All right, everybody. Thanks for coming back. We do. Oh, well. Hey, I forgot.
That goes straight to that.
It did.
Yeah. So we're leaving earlier than
Sometimes I
expected.
get so mad, there's no controlling me. My thoughts get so bad. I'm like,
everybody had a great time.
I might grab a bat. I don't know. My rap, my blood
person
boils
not in
over
here
like,
is,
oh God, here goes. I lost all feeling from my head to my toes. You said some shit that I can't let go. So just stay tuned for the rest of the show. So have you ever
prematurely AOE?
Oh, he's right on time. It's 2 hours.
Something needs change. I know you
Don't we have to go to
simultaneously?
Don't we have to go to 3 hours now?
Make sure you come to the Tuesday night presidential debate stream.
I know there's no turning back. Oh God, adrenaline wasted. So mad I can taste it.
Here we go.
I know there's no turning back.
Hey-oh.
I'll do what it takes. I ain't making mistakes like that. I'll play it on your face to make you go take it back.
Hey-hole, hey-hole.
Crazy when I'm mad. And now you go wish you would shut the fuck up real bad. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back.
You think he'll escape getting hit by the car this week?
crack your holder too. Heating up inside of me, blood so violently. Thanks for trying me. Now it's finally time to see how this rivalry becomes a dynasty.
Well, I wish I'd seen this earlier.
One more AOAO before he gets hit.
I know there's no turning back. I'll do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that. I'll put it on your face to make you go take it back.
Tragedy.
Yeah.
All right.
That's rough.
What a wonderful Sunday. Thanks, everybody, for being here. We will see you tomorrow night on Mondays. Comics?
Monday Night Meltdown?
I thought you were going to say it. Monday Night Meltdown?
Yeah, that. Have a great weekend or week. I guess have a great week, everybody. See ya.
Bye.